Hello, everyone. This is Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, and I wanted to do a YouTube video. I am sorry I have been on vacation. I had Croptoberfest, several things that kept me from doing my either weekly, bi-weekly YouTube videos. And so I'm back, and so I wanted to catch up, and that's where I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you some things that I did for Croptoberfest. But anyway, it will help you to understand a little bit. And this has to do with the Simple Life page kit number 10, which many of you may have already had, already done, and that's okay because I always show you a different way to use it. I'm going to show you about 4 different ways to use it. And so, and then I still have one that I've just cut, and so I'll just try to put it together for you. And I meant to have some pictures ready so I could add them to it just so you could see, but I didn't. So we'll go from here anyway. So let me change my screen. And so now you should be able to see this is page kit number 10. This is my cheat sheet that I have written all the measurements on. I always tell you all, as soon as you get these, pull this sheet out, put your name on it, and then you measure these different parts. And of course, how do you measure them? You have to take the kit. This is a second kit. And so you would take these out, and you would want to measure, like the length here. What's the length, the width of this. And so this is 3/4 of an inch. This is 4 inches. I believe it's 4 inches. Double check. Actually, it's 4 1/4 and the 3/4 inch. And then that leaves 7 inches at the top. This one has 2 sheets that are just alike. Now, the one thing I want you to remember is the back side is going to be the main color probably of most of these. And so this has got the little dot grid on it. I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you didn't want the purple in here, you could just do the fall or something like that on this side. But if you used them in top loading pages, guess what? You can use this side and then you can use this side. So it takes a little bit thinking. I think I put that on my last video too about that. But anyway, this is the back side of their collared sheet that they have that they'd want you to cut apart and to make the different components that matches the pictures, okay, that they have or the layout that they have given. And so on the back here, what you would do is measure these. Now, I changed the measurements on my guide, but I'm going to photo this and try to add it into my video. But this is the guide that I gave everybody at Croptoberfest because I like easy measurements. And so I changed these from the 3/4 inch to 1 inch each. And then I changed these to 4x6 on all 4 of these. And so one piece of paper, and if you use it, you can reverse it. And that's just, so this is the cutting that I have. And then I have you do 2 base pieces. And if you wanted to use regular paper, you could cut it at 5 inches and flip it and attach those 2 pieces together. And you have a whole nother look. And so that is if you was using those for your base pages, to make it similar to this. But you still have to have one sheet of designer to cut up and stuff. So it'll look a little different than what these are. But I just wanted to let you know that's, and of course, this is the way the kit comes, $5.50 from Creative Memories. You have 2 pages. You have a sticker sheet to go with it. And so, and then this instruction sheet. So that's a really neat little kit that they have to put, for those all together. So let me lay that aside. And then I'm going to show you, and this is how these looked when they, when we cut these pieces apart and cut the squares apart, and we attached them right straight on to those other 2 pieces. Now, the one thing is because I did not put any stickers or any titles on here, and before my pictures come, or before I'm going to use pictures on it, I always want to show you this because these can have different looks. Because what if you turned it this way and you had pictures here or embellishment? What if you turned and made the purple at the top and these were at the bottom? If you done it this way to where these were on the inside, these are on the outside. These are room for 3.5 by 3.5 photos. And a lot of times our photos, we just want to crop the part that's necessary. And so you could put 3 on each side of this. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pictures that could go on this layout and stuff. And then of course we go back to this way that they had suggested. So always remember that no matter what sketch you use, and I'm going to show you the different uses of that. And so you can always turn them different ways. Now, using my measurements that I have, all right. So now you would see this is 1 inch at the top and 1 inch at the bottom. This is a 4-inch strip that I've put on the back, and this is just happens to be green cardstock, dark green, and this is our avocado green. But I also took and I punched out the new Bose border. I can't remember the name of it. Excuse me on that. It's a ribbon border punch, I believe it's called. And this is part of our Christmas line paper. And this is 1 sheet, and the red is the backside of this striped. And so whenever I cut the 1 inch off, just like I had here, and then I'd have 4 pieces that I could cut at 4 by 6. And this is the same layout that they had here. See, except instead of the 4 or this one's a 5 inch by 6 inch or something like that, I have the 4 by 6, and then I have the other one here. So it's still the same basic design on here. And so then these are made to go, all of these are 3.5 by 5.5 inch photos. So you only have to trim off a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch off of a 4 by 6 in order to get these. And so here you've got 8 pictures that you can use. Again, what if you had more vertical than you had horizontal? All right, if we turn them this way, then how many? We've got 6 verticals and only 2 horizontals. Same thing, whether we change it over to this side. You'd want to do something different if you wanted to punch a border. The ribbons don't look good this way, or they don't look good upside down. But if you wanted them on the bottom, this main part on the bottom, it's the same thing that I did earlier. And whenever I was moving them around every 90 degrees or whatever. So, just according to the orientation, I mean, you could do something like this easy, or this on this side, so that it all blends very well. But I wanted to show you this was the new Christmas charm paper. And so that's how I used it on that. And so I wanted to show that to you. Another one I did, and this is using Vintage Chic. And this is 1 piece of paper as my background. And that is where I ended up. I cut it in half, and then see, because it's got the dark browns on one side, light browns on the other side. And so what I wanted to do was mix it up. So the bottom half, so I cut it and I just put a strip of paper behind it to just hold those pieces together. Another thing you can do is whenever you're going behind there, you can put a couple of tape chips just to hold them together until you get ready to put that together. Then my other piece of paper, which was this orange looking piece, I really liked all the orange on here. I didn't like the back side of that. And so I did these as 4 by 6, but when I done it with the pinking blade, then here they should, it shows here the pinking blade, then you just take a little bit off the edge of it. So it's a little bit smaller. So my pictures would need to be 3.25 by 5.25. And so then down here, I have this long strip, which was a full 5-inch piece, but I just done very little trim here and trim at the top. So it just breaks it up. And so then I've got here 4x4 photos. This is a 3x4, so that could be a journal box. This could be an embellishment box, and you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos, plus 2 smaller ones that you can either use as journal box, embellishments, whatever. And then I use the elegant diamond punch and just punched it out of our tangerine paper, and I just done a strip. Now you could do it smaller until where it was just over the 6 inches apart, and that would be one strip, and you could cut it. I just was trying something out, and I kind of like the way that that finished. Give it a little bit more of a finished look. And then we also had some of these. I think these were left over from, but this is part of the Vintage Chic card kit. But see how well that, here, no, they could do the cheers to you, because maybe it's a, page that you're celebrating someone. And down here, I could do the truly blessed. These were leftovers from our card kit, and I've put a little bit of foam tape on them. So those are ready to go as a little embellishment. And see, it just adds to the whole collection. So still going back, using this same pattern, same sketch, but adding a little bit of difference to it. Okay. So I wanted to show you about this, how you can do the paper, changing it. Now, I also done one where I thought, okay, let's cut. Let's do the, it's this way. So I've done the 3/4 inch, and this is orange stripe paper, and the back side is this purple star. Now, this is from the Boo Yah Halloween paper, which this does not look anything like Halloween. This looks like a bright birthday party, a fun, get together, play date with the kids, or whatever you want to use it for. But how cute is that together? And of course, I showed you doing 3x5 photos, because I done all my backing. What it is I've got a piece of yellow, the canary yellow cardstock, and our pumpkin orange. And so this is a 5-inch piece. This is a 7-inch piece. I put these 2 pieces on top of that on each side. And like I say, I just welded those together. And so, now they could go. And then I just kind of done these wonky, because I done these kind of wonky. And we could do those to where they're on the outside, and these are on the inside. Don't pay attention to the photo thing, the way that photo part is going. But see, you could do these at the top, do them at the bottom. So still, same sketch using Halloween paper that does not look like Halloween paper. So good fall collection here. And that's the one thing about our Boo Yah paper, is because one side is really could be used more Halloween fall looking, but the other side is usually a tonal. This was just happened to be one piece that was both sides kind of tonal. And I thought how good that one would look to use that. And I guess I started out because of the stripe, reminded me of the stripe on this collection. All right. So now I want to show you one that I did cut while I demonstrated this at Croptoberfest. So I've used this, and this paper is no longer available. This was called our Great Gravity cardstock. It was a special one that come out with the Halloween. So I've got this here. And so I took, and let me recreate this piece of paper here. Okay, of course, these are not going to completely match because I didn't line up the, just maybe this way. So remember, we've got our 4 1-inch pieces. And we've got 4 4x6s. Now this is how my paper is cut when you use my sketch, which is very similar to the one that you have that would be on that project number 10. But I just, like I said, made it easier. And see, then I saved to reverse those two. So if we reverse these two, that adds a bit of Halloween to it. You know, actually I can use this on any side, any way. And so then let's see what we do here, because these would be what I consider my base pages. And so if I wanted these to be at the top and bottom, and I know that's really bright. And remember, one of these was right up almost the top, and one was over to the side. Now that's basically our sketch. And then they had where you would put other ones down here. All right. But what if we changed and done the Halloween, the jack-o'-lanterns on the top and bottom? And the only reason I'm kind of turning them just where the jack-o'-lanterns are kind of turned the right way, so to speak. And so right there, that makes the Halloween page. If you wanted to turn 2 of these over for your match, now remember, when you put your pictures on here, you're not going to see all these jack-o'-lanterns. You'll see a little bit of the candy, a little bit of the orange. It's according to how big you trim down your photo. But see, that's a good layout right there. Now, we also had this green, and I'm not sure whether that's still available. And I cut a 4-inch piece here because remember, we had this being a 5-inch. Of course, that just goes right up against there. And another one here. Now, say we just wanted it, all of it to be with it. I don't like all the jack-o'-lanterns that way. So I really like the green on there. But again, I'm just showing you a different way to do it. And like I say, whether I cut this piece and overlaid it or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just showing you how you can add something else of another color that's in any of our paper, and it just makes it pop. So whether I use that or not, it's one thing. So let's say we wanted to do this. We're going to mix it up a bit. So we've got a couple we're going to do this way. Let's just do this because we've still got 4 pieces. Well, what if I come along and I say, well, maybe I want to put a piece here. Let's do 2 more pictures over here. And this would be kind of like a title block. We could do a little bit of an embellishment there, embellishment here, and those kind of things. Well, what if we even just turned this, left the black up there, and I see how this brings in the green? And so it's still fun, a fun page. Okay, you don't want to use any of the Halloween. It's okay. How's that pops? Now, it is really bright, you know. But you know, this has got a yellow in it. So what if we even done that with our yellow cardstock? I didn't pull that. I wasn't prepared for that. Let me pull that real quick. We'll just do one side so you can see the difference, maybe. So that's almost a, what do you call it? Monochromatic look to it. You know, so lots of ways to use these sketches. And so if you save them, you buy one of your simple page kits. I know they've already sold out of 9, 10, 11, and 12 was just introduced. And I plan on doing another video soon to show you number 11 for the ones that have got that, and I will show you an alternate using other papers. We've just come out with some new flurry and fun paper, a lot of wintry look. Mine should be in, I think tomorrow or the next day. So that'd be a good one for me to try to use the papers just to show you how you could make that other kit, even though it was a Thanksgiving one. And thanks. But how are you all liking this? Please put it in the comments. Tell me whether you like what I'm doing, what I'm showing you. I love to show you many different ways to use, even though I didn't do any cutting today and things, but I will try to finish this one up so you can see it. But I do have some cute Halloween pictures where we were giving out candy and our neighbor kids are here. And so I'm going to probably do the jack-o'-lanterns. I kind of like that on that yellow. That looks really good. So maybe I would use an orange here. That would look sharp. Or nothing, and just put a couple pictures there. That would look really well. So hopefully this gives you some ideas today. And like I said, I was just trying to catch up a little bit on my videos. And so hopefully you will have seen enough of my other tips and tricks that I've shown you. And I just wanted to show you multiple uses of that same paper that we did. So again, this is Connie Skaggs from Latson, South Carolina. I hope you have enjoyed this today. And so we look forward to working some more magic maybe for you. And but again, if you want to contact me, please just reach out to me, email me, or I mean, just message me through my YouTube channel, and I will try to get back with you also. Okay, I appreciate it very much, and thank you very much for joining me today, and I appreciate it.